welcome to another episode of CDN Sports Talk. You are again with me, I'm Mayla Chica, and happy anniversary month, CDN Sports Talk. I think we're already, how old? 8 years old, diba? Na grade 1 na kami ron. Anyway, before I introduce to you our guest, okay ko kailanin niya. I'd like to invite you guys to please do like and subscribe to all our social media accounts at CDNDigital on all our social media platforms. It's gonna splash right over here. We are also on Messenger, WhatsApp, Telegram, and Viber. That's for our channels. And CDN.ph for our website para dito mo makabaw sa tanan mga balita around the metro and even outside of Cebu. And without further ado, I am joined by one of the Philippine representative. Wow. From the 6th Asian Yogasana Championship last held English in UAE last August 9 to 10. I am with teacher Chriz Nebril, who won 2 silver medals for traditional and artistic. Correct. Chriz, say hi first to all our kasiloy.
Hello mga kasiloy. Okay na to.
But Chriz here is a yoga teacher also here in Cebu, and he's also been teaching around the Philippines for quite some time now. So Chriz, tell us, how long have you been teaching yoga and why you started yoga? Before ta maabot sa yogasana.
Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Chriz.
With a Z?
With a Z. Z actually. Wala ako usual intro dyan. I've been doing and practicing yoga for roughly 10 years now, if I'm not mistaken. Then I've been teaching yoga for 5 years. I started teaching during the pandemic in 2020. So, manang life journey sa akong yoga.
Why did you start practicing yoga?
Even before when I was younger, I really love movement. So,
by the way, he's a ballet dancer.
Yeah, and actually, it's through my ballet training that I came across yoga. It was during my time in Ballet Manila. We had a summer intensive there. Then it's part of the program. At 6 or 7 a.m. we do yoga. So
really?
Part of just training, which also is a good thing for ballet dancers. Because in a way, diba, when you tell people about yoga, kaya ilang always
flexibility.
It's all about flexibility, which also helped in improving our flexibility in terms of dancing ballet. But in general, also there's some breathing exercises in yoga that really helps dancers to just be more calm when we are on stage, so that when we move with grace and really murag robot among movement.
And then dili kutas. And then you started teaching yoga. How did that happen?
I stopped dancing mga 2018, if I'm not mistaken, or 2017. Then, so after stopping or murag ni retire ko from dancing, I retired early retirement. Like too young to retire, no? So I worked in the corporate setting. So I worked as an executive coordinator for an insurance company. And then in that 2 or 3 years working in the corporate office, where I feel like there's something missing in my life, and it was movement. So after that, when I realized that, that's when I started to become more active. I joined more sports. Then I came across yoga again. So meant
to be
me. Person ko Japan ko para at least nagpasok. Nag-abot Japan mini yoga eventually. So the more I did yoga, the more really broadened ako ang knowledge about it. Then one of the teachers that I came across with, she asked me, why don't you teach yoga? So one ang reason na tweak po akong curiosity. Then that time, that was 2019, I decided to resign from my corporate office job, and I planned a trip to India. Tapos, during that time, it was very unfortunate kay in 2020 I was already ready, nag-andam na ko sa akong visa, I already picked a school kung asa ko ganahan mo study in India. But that's when the pandemic happened.
Yeah, I remember you teaching online. I was one of your students.
Exactly.
Di ba to friends kayo? Di ba sa the friends siya?
Yeah. So,
And then, go.
yeah. So, mo to siya. I actually found a school here in Cebu. It's called Yoga Academy of Cebu. Shout out to Jaya, my teacher who's out there.
Yeah. So
Si
here
Jaya,
ito. Okay,
yes,
okay,
in
okay.
Cebu. So I trained with the Yoga Academy of Cebu, and I think it was also a blessing in disguise na I wasn't able to teach or take my training abroad.
That time.
Yeah, because I feel like gikan man ko Manila at that time. So inigbalik na ko dito sa Cebu kay wala jud kay idea, wala kay network in terms of the yoga community here at that time. So being introduced to Yoga Academy of Cebu and training with them helped me have a network here. So it was easier to penetrate the market, if we call it that way.
During that time.
During that time, especially during the pandemic.
So fast forward, the Wata happened, a lot of doors happened, one of which, si Yogasana.
Yoga.
Tell us about Yogasana and how, what's naman si Yogasana? Because not all know what Yogasana is, even us, kind of mga practitioners sa yoga. So tell us more about Yogasana and how does it feel, or how did it feel usa ka sa mga representatives sa Philippines? And this is the first time the Philippines actually sent representatives. So how was that?
So Yogasana, yoga has 8 limbs, and Yogasana or asana, which is basically just focusing mostly on the postures. So mo na ang general theme of that competition. So it's mainly focused on the asana aspects, the postures. So in the traditional category, we are given 5 postures and extra 2 optional postures to do. So again, it's mostly on the asana aspect lang jud.
So gi-judge mo by how? How were you judged?
Again, and there are 5 postures. Then sa kanang 5 postures, it matters how you enter the pose. You'll be holding the poses for 15 seconds. 15 seconds.
Okay.
And then, how you come out of the pose. Pwede rin 1 minute, 15 seconds.
15 seconds naman nilang required. But that one, unsa man how did it make you feel na when you first heard the news na ikaw ang ipadala? So may dagan sa mo na.
It was funny that time kay gikan ko ato nag-teach og class. I remember it vividly sa New Star. That was like a month ago lang po. That's when I found out everything really happened in a snap. Yeah. I received a call. They told me that they were planning to build or create a group na nangita sila og more representative from the Philippines to join the competition. Then ako kay wala jud kay I didn't see it coming. Tapos during that time busy man ko when I got out of my class, that's when I took the call, and it took me back when I was younger. There was a time when I was younger, when I was still dancing ballet. I really wanted to somehow be a participant in a competitive say sport in terms of dancing or movement or ballet. It's been my vision when I was younger. So when they called me and told me about that opportunity, it was an easy yes for me.
And then, kumusta man ang atmosphere dito? How was kumusta man yung mga kuyog, and then being representative of the Philippines? How did it make you feel? To be in imong first competition is actually international competition.
Yeah, for yoga, it was a really heavy kay siya nga burden. I feel like I shifted. I feel like for the past few years since I've been teaching yoga, I've been taking it slow and easy. But during that time, I feel like I was a real athlete, and I feel like I've shifted. During that 3 weeks preparation, I've been juggling, teaching, preparation for my classes. And when I wake up in the morning, I train. When I get home, after finishing all of my classes, I also train on my own.
How do you see yourself, pila ka years from now, do you see yourself joining more competitions like this? Would you encourage also others to try and maybe represent the Philippines in the future?
Absolutely, yes. personally, maybe I would still be joining some competitions out there. But really, in hindsight, it's more of really spreading the education about yoga. Again, there's more to yoga than just the physical aspects of it. And I think that's really one of the key factors why I participated in that competition. Just to bring more spotlight and awareness of what yoga is. When I joined or started doing yoga, it's basically more of the physical aspects of yoga. I just wanted to become more flexible or become more flexible, build more strength in my body. But the more I did yoga, the more I explored about it, learned about it. There's really a big benefit, a huge benefit for not just the physical aspects, but mentally, emotionally. Yes, that's very true.
It's very true. I wouldn't hold you any longer. Kay marag, taas-taas na serious na galit. Very out of character. But before I let you go, maybe you want to say something to your supporters, to the people who rallied behind you.
Yes. I'm really grateful to everyone who showed their support during that very last minute decision to join the competition. Everyone chipped in. They showed their support by helping us. Attending my classes, and hopefully in the future you keep joining not just yoga but any physical activity that sparks joy in you. And I hope that activity or that sport or that movement brings joy for everyone.
What a joyful person. But anyway, thank you, Chriz. Thank you so much for spending your afternoon here with CDN Sports Talk. We will see more of you, that's for sure. We'll see more of you. And yung partner, the other representative, si Regine.
Yeah, Regine. Naglagar-larga pa siya.
Naglagar-larga pa man ka as of this moment in time. But congratulations, and thank you also for bringing the Philippines to the Yogasana stage. And with that, thank you again, Mom. Thank you so much for coming. And we will be seeing more of them, and you can read about their journey sa among website at cdn.ph, and of course all our social media accounts at CDNDigital. Flashing right over here, I think so. And then our channels also. And with that, this has been Aimee Chica for this episode of CDN Sports Talk, and I will see you guys again next time. Happy anniversary, Sports Talk!